Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and before we start, I want to say to Scott Winter, I know he was under the weather. That's why he hasn't been doing videos, but he's getting better now. But then he had a tragedy where his wife's mother died. So Scott and to Mrs. Scott, your bonsai community offers you our deepest sympathy. And I know it's time to heal, so you take care. I know that your bonsai family is with you. And Mark Sanders from Bonsai Gardens with Mark Sanders. Hope you're doing better, Mark. Haven't heard from you in a while, but I hope you're doing better. So you take care. Scott, heal with your wife. Take care. And just sit with her and be with her. That's all you can do for now and just let the grieving period go. And then once you feel better and she feels better, then you can do a video. But right now, family's first. Always family first. Okay, so today is Friday, and today I was going to do the crepe myrtles, but I don't have the heart to cut off all the flower buds, because them things are full of flower buds, and once they start blooming, hopefully by Sunday I can show you how they look. So today we're going to tackle the hardest, my arch nemesis of anything, a true myrtle. Today is July 29th of 2022. It's Friday. It's 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 degrees Celsius. The true myrtle is a Myrtis communis. The soil I'm going to use is from Ted's greenhouse. It's a cactus soil, and then I'm going to add a layer of laterite, or it's called, well, in the store it's called fluorine-based lateran substrate, amicus and azus. The tree grows 2 to 3 feet tall and likes light shade to full sun. But where they were growing it, it was like in partial shade to like morning or evening sun, I think. So this is what we're going to add there as a substrate. And the reason why I'm going to do that, and the guy says the leaves are turning light green, so that means it's a lack of iron. And it helps with iron deficiency in plants, which causes slow growth in plants and poor color. But this is what they use for fish tanks and for the plants and for the substrate in aquariums when you plant your aquarium plants. So we're going to try that. And then don't forget, I got the azus from Extreme Gardens and the micus, the beneficial bacteria that we're going to put in there. And we might even add a pinch of Dr. Earth. We'll see how everything goes. So, first of all, here's the pot I'm going to use. Now, this is an old waterfall pot. I think you've seen in one of the other videos. All I did was, it was like a junk sale. So I was able to take it off, the head off, and all I did was coat the inside with stone to make it look different. And I put screen in there, and it's not a bad looking pot. I got this from Roy because nothing worked on it, and they were getting rid of it. So hey, free is free. So all I did was drill some holes in it, and we got a free pot. So here's our true myrtle. And before we do anything, let me show you what it looks like so you can read it. That's the true myrtle. There we go. Okay, so before we do anything, I'm going to do a little trimming. So I'm going to take this off because I had it out. It was scraggly out there in the yard where I had it. So I'm just going to cut off a lot of dead branches. Now Ted's has some really great plants. I mean, really great plants. So I'm just going to cut off these downward facing branches and the inner facing branches there. And I'm going to throw some in the water. Maybe I'll get a couple of root because this plant is very touchy. if you water it too much, it dies. If you water it too little, it dies. So you got to hit that hit the nail on the head, so to say. So I'm going to just try to open up the canopy a little bit. Just like that, because I do like the way the plant looks. So all I'm trying to do is cut the little branches on the inside so we can open everything up. Anything that's growing in, I can take out. If I take, there, we got that one piece off. Take that off there. It's very hard to see because there's a lot of branches on it, and it dried out just a little bit in the yard because of the heat, but today it's not bad. It wasn't bad today. So all I'm going to do is take, I don't know if you can see it better, but there's a lot of little branches that dried out on me because of the heat. But that's all right. We'll try, see what happens. You never know. And just take it off. So this is one of the most difficult plants that I found that really, really throws fits at me. I don't know why, but it doesn't like to grow for me. So we're going to take, this could be nice over here. So we're just going to take some of these inward branches going into the canopy so we can get a nice top bushy effect. Now this one here is growing at a funny angle here. Take this one off just like that. And then, like Nigel Saunders does and Sam from Aussie Bonsai Bloke, we're just going to give it a nice little haircut for now, because I want this canopy to bush out and make like a nice broom top. But you can see how light the green is compared to the dark one, so that means a lack of iron. So that's what the laterite's going to be used for. So let me just get some of these out of the way. Throw this in the water so it soaks a little bit. And there's a lot on here that we have to prune. So if I take too long on pruning, I apologize. But we have to see what we have to see. There's a lot of branches. Now this one's growing across. We don't want that. There we go. We opened it up a little bit better now. See what I mean? We took that branch going out of there. So we're just going to take this. Now if you're able to find one, that'll be great, because you can give it a try and see what you can do with it. Now we got a branch growing. Oh no, that one we cut. Cool. Live TV. So if I make a mistake, it's just like on the old TV shows from the 50s when they didn't have recordings. They had to ad lib. Now we're going to take this one off because it's pukey looking. There we go. We're opening up the structure. And it's got like a wind-blown look because of the way I had it facing. And probably because it was in with a lot of plants. I mean, there we go. All we're doing is cleaning up the canopy, getting the insides out like that, because all we want is directional pruning. And we got a branch growing straight across there. We don't want that. There we go. See, your canopy's opened up more. See that? And we're going to take this one that's growing at a funny angle out. This one's on the bottom, because right now I want this to grow. I don't want to cut a lot off because the season's growing short. This one's growing in. There's a dead branch here. on here. So you got to just take your time and just look at it and just do what you got to do to get it cut and pruned right. So there you go. Now we got one coming in this way, so I take that one out. So our canopy's open pretty well. Now this one, I think like this could be the front, because then you can see how it's like on an area where the wind is just blowing this way, like on a seashore or something. So something like that, I think for now will be pretty good. Now, let's take it out of the pot, because I think I got the most of it. Yeah, I think like this, because if I keep it like this, as this the front, then we can see everything going this way. So let's get it out of the pot and see the root system. Just squeeze. Don't be afraid. Put our pot down in there. Take all the cuttings out of the way. And I'm just gonna take most of the soil off with my chopstick. You don't have a root rake, use a chopstick. Now it's a little tough in the bottom of the root base there. So what I'm going to do is put our bucket here and see if I can get a lot of this root off into the water, because it seems like when you do it in the water, it helps get the soil loose and get the soil off the roots, but it doesn't work all the time. But sometimes on the tough ones, it helps. So all I'm doing is just poking away, poking away. Now you guys know what today is. Today is Friday, and that's dance night. So Grandma, get Grandpa off the couch. Ma, get Dad off the couch. Shut that TV off, or take that phone away from them and say, hey, today's dance night. I'm going to put on some big band music, put on a pot of tea, and just dance. And then we'll sit back and relax and enjoy each other's company. We're going to tell everybody, hey, it's dance night. Don't bother us from 7 o'clock on, because we ain't going to answer the phone. You don't need it. And if you want a real slow dance, there's a good one called Moonlight in Vermont. That's a nice slow dance, so you can get, you and your wife can, or wives and husbands, you can get a nice slow dance, nice song. I think you'll enjoy it. See, in the water, by doing this, it's easier to get all the soil off the roots. It makes it easy for you to get it off on these tough ones. Just do it in water. What I did is have the water sit for 2 days. I put my dechlorinator in there and chloramide solution in there to make it almost like rainwater. And even the I don't know if you can see, even the what do you call it, those cubes that they put them in, comes off real easy in the water, because as you're doing the bottom of the roots, those cubes get soaked, and you can get it off real easy. So do your underwater root raking, quick and easy. And it's better for you to do it, because especially if you got arthritis or you're afraid to do root work, do underwater root work. Very easy to do. And then you can see your plant. So let's get our container of water out of the way. There we go. And we can see our nice root base. So you know this is a cutting. And there we got a nice little root base with radial roots. I'm not going to cut a lot of these. Maybe just this long one here. right there, because I want this to grow. It's late in the season. So let's get our pot going here. Let's put it on the side here. I got my napkin. Now I'll show you the cactus mix from Ted's. Oh yes, here's Ted's, so you know. There you go. We got a lot of cool stuff in there, a lot of cool stuff. Really, really cool. Are you gonna say, hey Tom, you haven't been watching a lot of videos? Well, I've been up at 4:30 all this week trying to do a lot of catch-up work. So as long as arthritis ain't bothering me, I'm trying. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. So I've been painting, pruning, washing the walls, you name it, I've been doing it. So let me show you the mix. Now, he's got perlite, he's got peat, and he's got bits of lava rock in there. This is a cool soil, really cool. Okay, so I got the screen held down in place. There we go. And let me just show you. You can see all the lava rock in there mixed up with the perlite and the peat. Looks really good. Good stuff. So I'm just going to put a light layer on the bottom, just like that. Then we're going to take our laterite, because the leaves are yellow there. We're going to see how this helps it. I'm going to take our spoon, and all we're going to do is put a light layer on the bottom. So that's your laterite, and all I'm going to do is sprinkle it on the bottom, just to give the roots and the plant a little something to grow. You don't need a lot. And then, there we go. And then I'm going to take Dr. Earth, because I want this tree to grow. And all I'm going to do is take a pinch, just a pinch, and just a little bit in the bottom. That's it. That's all we're going to put in. Now I have to seal the bag later. There we go. And then I'm just going to take a light layer, put it on the top. Just like that. I love his cactus soil mix. This stuff is fabulous. And I think you can get in bigger bags than this. I mean, with all the lava rock in here, this is going to be a good draining soil. So all we do is put it down, and let's see how we got our one swept look this way. So, do we have anything tight down here? I don't know. Let's take this and just get a little bit out. Yes, we have one tough cookie here. This is one tough root, and it's going straight down. So let's get that out and see where it tangles into. So can I open them up? They're all discombobulated there. So this is going to be a little bit too high in the structure. So what I'm going to do, don't fall on me, soil. I'm going to take my ironwood long nose and I'm just going to snip. You can see how it's a long, tough root coming down here. So all I'm going to do is snip it, because it's not into the, it's taller than the root base. So we're going to get that out of there. And there it is. Big piece right out. Now we're going to have a nice radial root base. So you got to look for that stuff. Now we're going to, before we put it down into there, I'm going to put a layer of mucus, beneficial bacteria, because remember, what the plant excretes or exudates, that's the fancy words, the bacteria eats, and whatever the bacteria throws out or exudates, well, moves its bowels, let's put it that way. The plant eats it. So it's like the plant putting out pastries and the beneficial bacteria putting out bread and veggies for the plant to eat. So okay, so we want this going this way, so we're going to have it just a little bit like this, because this is going to be the front of our pot. Just like that. And now, Tom, you're going to have to work left-handed. And that's why God made pants, because we can put our hands in there and wipe our pants real good, because it's hard to do it. So what I'm going to do is just put some on. So we're going to see if this works. I got to do something. Try something to make something that don't want to grow for me grow. I've tried many a plant. And I mean, I tried these so many times it ain't even funny. There we go. Get that in like that. Hold that guy. Just like that song. Hold that guy, but it's hold that tiger. I don't remember if you guys remember that song. That was a pretty good song back in the day. There we go. Now we're going to get my chopstick and just poke it into the soil so we can get the tree to stand, because we're going to have that little wind-blown look. There we go. And yes, Freddie, I got Mr. Elephant sitting there. And Freddie's mom, I'm going to put the description in the below where you can, and the description and where you can get Mr. Elephant t-shirts in the description. So there we go. I have to make a nice little children's corner because it's getting late in the season. We want the kids to do something. So just like that. Now I can put soil under there. Don't be afraid to use your fingers when you're doing it. Just stick your finger in there and get that soil into the root system. There we go. Push it down now. Tom. Here we go. I knew I got everything. I was just saying, Tom, why are you doing that first? Because I want to take the surface tension out so when we water this, it doesn't go all over the place. Just like that. There we go. And we're going to push, 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 push. Get it into the pot. It's nice and sturdy. Okay. I get my measuring cup. And you can see how beautiful this soil is. You can see the lava rock in there. Really, really good soil Ted came up with. I mean, he's also got regular potting soil, but for bonsai, this soil is, how we used to say in the old days, this soil is choice. Choice looking soil. There we go. Now you're going to say, Tom, choice is a cut of meat. Nah, that's what we used to call something when it was really nice. At least we did. There we go. Just like that. Now we got our spray bottle. And we're going to see what it's going to do. I don't know. And it being, right now it's about 20 after 8. So planting time is the best time to do it, because at night, if you plant it during the day, the tree's still under stress. There we go. Let's give it a little spray. So we got the tree. I don't know. Here's the front of the pot. Now this is growing into us. That's what they call an eye poker branch. So we don't want that. So let's take this one out. There we go. Put it in to our water bucket with all the cuttings in there. See if I can root anything. But now you can see just about how it looks. Just like that. Now this one is coming straight at us, so I want it to grow out. So I can leave this branch here, but I got a little branch coming up this way, so I'm just going to cut above it. That's directional pruning. And that branch should come out this way. So we'll see what goes on here. Now, to prevent the night terror, what are you going to do? Now, I can't put moss here because it doesn't like it too wet. And it doesn't like it too dry. So, this is what you call a fussy child. So, I found something. I don't know if it's going to look good, but we're going to try it out. Something that'll look like grass. Because I got a black thumb with moss, except for the live sphagnum moss. That one's growing for me. So I should have a little rock. Sorry for getting out of the way. But this... Nah, that's too big, Tom. So we're going to just use our grass. I think just like this might look good. But let's see how the green is. A touch of the green for St. Patrick's Day. Well, there goes my chopstick on the floor. I'm just going to put some grass in here. There we go. Just like that. And once the crepe myrtles bloom, then we can trim them and make a little forest out of them. There, just like that. Now this bag was $5 at the aquarium shop. So I'm just going to put it in around there, something simple. And we're going to see how that fluorite and laterite works. I mean that laterite works. Fluorite, that's the name. To see what it does with the tree in our Dr. Earth. And now we got to get Mr. Elephant after we give it just a slight more spray yet. Clean off the pot. The pot looks pretty good. Not bad for a water pot that's being thrown out. And it's even got some cool Chinese writing on it. I wish I could understand Chinese. So now we're going to get Mr. Elephant. Come on, Mr. Elephant. Here, Freddy. Mr. Elephant says hello to Freddy and all the children out there. There's Mia out there. Another one of my bonsai enthusiasts. Look how nice this soil drains. Beautiful. Look at that. Ted's makes some good soil mixes, and this is great for bonsai. There we go. Look at that. Just like that. Something plain, something simple. Come on, Mr. Elephant. Everybody wants to see you. Oh, we can't cover up the three little piggies there. And to cover up the soil, that's all right. There's rocks in the soil anyway. Why not? No water today. So there we go. Something plain, something simple. There we go. I mean, it's a nice little pot. You go and get some throwaway pots, and there you go. So I'm going to put this in my microclimate till it gets situated. Then I'll see if I can find a little rock later or something. But it should hold. It's in there pretty good. So it's got that growing out this way, and then the wind's blowing it this way. So there you go. Something different. So it's Friday night, dance night. Put the pot of tea going. Dance with your wife. A couple of slow dances. Then sit back, relax, enjoy the music, and get that phone off. Relax. Take care, everybody. Oh, 30 minutes. Sorry to take so long. You take care, everybody, and have a good night. I got to get some rest.